All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're tackling a question that, let's be honest, causes a ton of anxiety for pretty much everyone trying to build a career they care about.
Yeah, this one. Generalist or specialist? It feels like this huge, high-stakes decision, right? Like you have to pick a lane right now and stick with it forever. Do you go deep and become an expert, or do you go wide and know a little bit about a lot?
And this quote from writer Ronnie Burt just nails it. That feeling of, I want to be the best at something, you know? It's this powerful pressure coming from all over telling you to specialize, to become the person for one specific thing. Okay, so let's dive into that pressure to specialize, because it's real. I mean, if you've ever been on a job hunt, you have definitely felt this. It really seems like the world is built for specialists.
This comment from Reddit just captures that frustration so well. You know your natural tendency is to be a generalist, but the job market just doesn't seem to get it. You open up a job description and it's this laundry list of super specific, narrow skills. It can make you feel like, where do I even fit in?
And so you get this huge gap in perception, right? On one side, you have the specialists. They're seen as having these rare, high-demand skills. They're the ones commanding the big box. But on the other side, you hear from generalists who are really struggling, saying things like their broad skill set has actually held them back, that they just can't compete with someone who's super focused. But here's the thing. That is not the whole story. Not even close. In fact, there's this powerful counter-narrative gaining steam, one that's all about the incredible value of the generalist, because the world is changing, and the skills we need are changing right along with it. So check out this brilliant analogy. Think of your foundational skills, things like critical thinking, communication, problem solving, as your career's operating system. It's the stable, durable core that runs everything. And your specialist skills, well, those are the apps. They're super useful for sure, but they have a much shorter shelf life. They become outdated, they need updates, and sometimes you just delete them for a new one. And this is why generalists are becoming so valuable. They operate at that operating system level. So they're the ones who can see the big picture. They can connect the dots that other people miss. And honestly, in a world that's constantly shifting, being able to adapt quickly and just roll up your sleeves and figure it out, that's not just a skill, that's a superpower. Okay, so what if this whole either-or thing is just the wrong way to think about it? The modern career is just too complex for a simple choice like that. We gotta move beyond the binary.
So, first, let's talk about the T-shaped professional. It's a great model. The top bar of the T, the horizontal part, that's your broad general knowledge across a bunch of subjects. The vertical stem, that's your deep expertise in one specific area. It's kind of the best of both worlds, really.
But then we can take it a step further. And this is where it gets really interesting. We have the comb-shaped professional. Think about it. You've still got that broad base of knowledge, but now instead of just one deep specialty, you develop several over your career. Each one is like a tooth on the comb. It's a really powerful way to think about career growth.
And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is what it looks like in the real world. Take developer Matt Eland's career path. It's a perfect example of this fluid dance. He starts broad, then dives deep into being a specialist, then another, then pulls back out to be a generalist and manager, then dives deep again. It's not a straight line. It's an ebb and flow between being wide and being deep.
Okay, now let's talk about the real game changer here. The thing that's throwing gasoline on this whole fire. AI. Artificial intelligence is completely rewriting the rules of the game in the workplace.
See, for a long time, the biggest hurdle for a generalist was actually doing the thing. You could have a brilliant idea, but you'd have to find a specialist to actually build it or code it. But now, AI is getting so good at doing those super specific, narrow tasks, all of a sudden, that wall that held generalists back, it's just crumbled. So what does that actually look like? Well, a generalist who can't code can suddenly use AI to build a working prototype. They can bridge the gap between the marketing team and the engineering team by using AI to visualize a concept. They can fill in their own knowledge gaps in real time. Suddenly, they're not just a connector, they're an orchestrator. And this quote from Bala just paints such a vivid picture of this future. He talks about generalists acting as catalysts and conductors, leading their own little army of AI agents. See, their value isn't about doing every single little thing anymore. It's about knowing how to put all the pieces together, using AI as this incredibly powerful toolkit. So, if generalists and specialists are starting to feel like old, outdated labels, what's left? What's the one thing, the true operating system for your career that lets you succeed no matter which path you take? Well, I think Einstein really hit the nail on the head here. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. It's not about what you're born with. It's about having that fire inside you, that drive to just keep learning, keep asking why, keep exploring. It's curiosity. And that's the key, isn't it? Curiosity is the engine behind everything we've been talking about. It's what makes a generalist want to see how everything connects. And it's the exact same thing that makes a specialist want to go deeper and deeper into their field. It's the universal fuel for any kind of growth. And the best part is, this isn't something you either have or you don't. Curiosity is a muscle. You can build it. And you do it with simple, intentional habits. Ask more questions and actually listen to the answers. Learn something totally new. Read stuff that has nothing to do with your job. Actively ask for feedback. It's all about practice. So maybe, at the end of the day, we've just been asking the wrong question all along. Maybe the question isn't, should I be a generalist or a specialist? The real question, the one that truly matters for your future, is, how can I stay passionately curious? Because if you can answer that, you can build a career that's not just successful, but resilient, dynamic, and completely, uniquely yours.